Hey, stop crying. uh, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Ike Eveland, a virtual novelist from Nijisanji EN and part of Luxiem. Thank you so much for coming to my debut. 皆さんどうも、はじめまして、Nijisanji EN 所属のバーチャル文豪、Ike Eveland です。デビュー配信に来てくれて本当にありがとうございます。どうぞよろしくお願いします。やばい、めっちゃ緊張している。もうめちゃくちゃになった。どうしよう。I'm so nervous. I hope I didn't mess anything up. So, here we are. As I stated earlier, I'm Ike. I'm a novelist. Recently, also a convicted prisoner of Twitter jail, but that's besides the point. You see, when I was younger, I got introduced to the wonderful world of stories. Just the concept of being swept away on adventures and visiting different worlds and getting to meet wondrous characters was just fascinating to me. Thus, I decided that I was going to share with the world and sort of give back for all those wondrous experiences I've been given throughout the years. But now that I've found myself in quite a different place, I have discovered a different way of sharing experiences with the world besides the written word, namely live streaming. So, from now on, I'm planning on sharing all these new experiences with you all. So I tried very hard to convert my age into a format that would be understood in this time, but it ended up being way too difficult, so I just sort of gave up on it. You know, differences in time when you're swept away to a different time period entirely can be a little bit of a hassle to work out with your brain. Oh, but I was able to narrow down how my birthday would translate into this time, and that date in question would be June 12th, so mark it down in your calendars, and hopefully we'll be able to celebrate it together. As for my height, I stand at a respectable 173 centimeters, and by the way, that's without the shoes, by the way. For my color code, it is a very pretty shade of blue, much like my stream layout, which, by the way, I made myself, so forgive me if it's rather simplistic, as graphic design is not a passion of mine. For the languages, we have English, obviously, and then I like to try my hand at Japanese sometimes. 能力はあんまり高くないけど、日本語もちょっと話せますよ。実は、高校の頃に日本語の講座参加しましたけど、残念ですが、卒業の後で勉強続けなかったので、日本語の能力はだんだん下手になりました。だから、もしおかしいことが言ったり、文法が間違ったり、発音も間違ったり、本当にすみませんです。それにしても皆さんと仲良くしてほしいので、ぜひ日本語でコメントも喜んでしてくださいね。それではよろしくお願いします。And lastly, we have Swedish. Ja, och så har vi svenska. Jag kommer förmodligen inte prata så mycket svenska i mina streams eftersom det heter ju trots allt Nijisanji EN och EN står ju såklart för engelska. Men om det finns några svenskar i chatten och ni känner att ni verkligen vill säga hej på era modersmål så är ni jättevälkomna att göra det lite då och då. Men stora bokstäver på då och då eftersom jag vet hur duktiga ni är på engelska. Så försök hålla er till det så ofta som möjligt. Men lite svenska här och där skadar inte. Alrighty. Likes, dislikes, and hobbies, and to no one's surprise, I love captivating stories in all its forms. I find myself being particularly drawn to stories that have one or more of certain characteristics. Off the top of my head, those would be slice of life, romance, horror, and one specific to video games, utsuge. For those who don't know what utsuge is, it's short for utsugemu, literally depression game in Japanese. And then we have junk food. I know it's bad for you, but I can't help it. I really love bacon cheeseburgers. I'm actually craving one right now because I haven't eaten and I'm very hungry. Anyways, then we have music, and I love music so much. Then we have wholesome things. Art, cute animals, tete, you name it. If it's wholesome, I'm there for it. Now for the caviar toast one, I always get weird looks for this one, but I assure you it's not as weird as it sounds. It's not some sort of expensive, fancy caviar that you find at a restaurant. It's like an orangish paste in a tube that you buy at the supermarket for like $3. But it tastes amazing on a sandwich, especially toast. Then we have visual novels, soft drinks, and horror movies. Just things I enjoy in general. I used to have a really bad energy drink addiction, but they stopped selling my favorite kind. So I was kind of forced to stop due to circumstance, and now I just drink a ton of Coke instead. Just ask the rest of Luxiem, they'll confirm it for you. For hobbies, I think figure collecting is a lot of fun, but I've had to chill on it as of late because it was getting kind of pricey. Language learning is also a lot of fun, even though I'm terrible at it. Songwriting and music production are also fairly big hobbies of mine, but again, I'll have to refrain on going too much of a tangent since we don't have too much time to stream. But I can say that the music that you heard during the opening lore sequence was written by yours truly, me. For dislikes, it's really not a whole lot that I dislike. Although software crashes made it on there simply for the amount of trouble various programs gave me preparing all the stuff for debut. I did all the motion design for the lore sequence and the program wasn't very kind to me during that time, but I digress. You may notice that my preferences for games and anime can be a bit back and forth. It kind of flips between very cute and fluffy slice of life stuff to terrible horrors. I'll do the same for games. I'll mention that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is my favorite game of all time, and I adore the works of the one, the only, Yoko Taro-san. Out of all of his works, I think my favorite would be Drakengard 1, with the original Nier coming in at a very close second place. For music, I'll keep it as short as I can. I love Vocaloid producers. Camellia, Yuyoyupe, Utsupi, and Kinoshita are few producers that I really like. I also adore Eurobeat, but I'm very partial to the tracks of DJ Command and Sam Free, rest his soul. There's just something about their arrangements and the production that really gets me hyped when I listen to them. And finally, we have rock and metal, two very diverse genres that I can't seem to get enough of. Spiritbox especially has been dominating my playlist ever since they released their latest album. Tags! Okay, the general is just my name, Ike Eveland. The live streaming is Ike Streamland because, you know, puns are fun. The art is iconography. The memes is Yikes Memeland. And the not safe for work is Spicy Ike. Oh yeah, and the fan names, like writers, pen pal. I actually like pen pals because Vox said that it was cute, and I trust his judgment on that. Just don't make it EFAM. Please don't make it EFAM. That one was a joke. The fan mark, we have a fountain pen. Fitting, don't you think? If you look, my earrings even resemble the tip of a fountain pen. You see that? Anyway, let's move on to the next slide. We have goals. The first of my goals would be to introduce more people to the wonderful world of Nijisanji. I would also like to share many new experiences with the viewers. I also want to try out the Soulsborne series because I have never played a single game from that series, be it Dark Souls, Sekiro, or Bloodborne. Reach 100,000 subscribers and get better at Japanese, even because, as you heard earlier, I have a lot to work on. Write cool original songs and cover arrangements. I want to get better at singing live because that's not something I'm very confident in, especially under pressure or like nervous like I am right now. I want to partake in lots of chaos with Luxiem, the rest of EN, and all of Nijisanji. Perform at a live 3D show because, you know, big goals are, you should aim for the stars, you know? And this one is a big one, but I want to try getting invited as a convention guest. I've seen people be on stages and interacting with fans directly, and it just seems so exciting. I want to be part of that one day. Okay, thank you all once again for coming to my debut stream. Be sure to check out Mista and Vox who are coming up after me, as well as the official Nijisanji EN YouTube channel, where a program is currently being hosted by Oliver Senpai and Alira Senpai. Me and the boys are all gonna make an appearance there later as well, so be sure to go check that out, and who knows, there might even be a special announcement there, huh? But for now, I'm gonna send you guys over to Mista's debut stream. See you!